Afternoon, Boz. Thank you for joining us today. It's been an eventful period for Telford Town. How are you currently feeling about the team's form and spirit?
Thank you. Firstly, I think we're in a great place. We're really well placed. The team, we've had a few recent additions which have been great. The team have got a great camaraderie amongst us. The spirit's as high as I've seen it. We trained last night, absolutely first class. So I think, given where we're at with the games coming up, some big games in the next few weeks, we're perfectly placed now. With 14 games to go, perfectly placed now to see this through and see where we end up. But really happy with the squad, really happy with the spirits. I'm really happy with the direction of travel.
Okay, firstly, let's begin with the recent takeover. Hayden Dando is now the new chairman and owner of the club, with the change of the name Telford Town from Wellington Amateurs. Can you share your thoughts on what this means to the club and the future of it in terms of leadership?
Yeah, certainly. I'd say Hayden and his team coming in, bit of breath of fresh air, breathe new life into the club, which was already very high. The future aspirations of the club, the direction that we're moving in, the ability and the experience that Hayden and his team bring, combined with what was already here, mean that we can really grow something special. Looking at the local footballing community, when we look at which clubs are progressing and at what pace, I think this really catapults us even beyond where we were before. To really, we have high aspirations to be one of the leading clubs in Shropshire over the next 3 to 4 years. That starts with the first team, infrastructure, youth teams, but yeah, from a complete overall perspective, it's exciting times. I would say anybody that wants to be involved in local football, this is the place to be. So really excited.
Following on from what you said, what has your relationship been with Hayden so far? How is his vision for the club aligned with your strategies and goals as a manager?
Okay, well, I'd say firstly, relationship with Hayden has been first class. He's a very easy person to get along with, very upfront, clear idea of what he wants, clear strategy and how we're going to get there, which is perfect. I work really closely with both Hayden and Mickey Baker, our director of football, and the three of us combined, the synergies are perfectly aligned. So Mickey and I have been working together now for a couple of years. We've had a real clear direction of travel and where we're heading to, and now Hayden's come and added another layer to that, which is super exciting. So the synergies are spot on. The relationship with Hayden is first class, and as well with his team. So yeah, we're in a really good spot right now as a club.
You've made some new signings recently, bringing in Mark Danks, Josh Beamond, Harley Garrity and Sam Bennett. How do these players fit your tactical knowledge and your plans, and what strengths and individual needs do they bring to the team?
Okay, really good question. I think we have the core of a great squad, and we have a core which is a very young squad, super talented, massive ability, great attitudes. We've got probably the best set of players that I've ever worked with in terms of attitude, capability. So what we needed to add was some strength, some physical strength on the pitch during match days, and some experience. Now the people that we brought in give us exactly that. In key positions down the centre, the spine of the team, we've just added experience and knowledge in them areas. I think from somebody who's been in the game a long time, you have to have a blend. And I think now with the squad and the current additions, the blend is much, much better, much stronger, and it makes us ideally placed now for the future.
The 2-2 draw with promotion rivals Pelsall Villa Colts was a closely fought contest. In your opinion, what was your thoughts on the game, and what do you plan to build on from that with that performance?
Firstly, everything about the game was positive. The performance, the approach, the new players going into the game, absolutely first class. I think in terms of football, we bossed the game throughout, which is really important. From the players' self-belief, for them younger players to know that we can go and compete with the very best teams in this league, a team that's been undefeated for such a long period, and go and really dominate a game of football, it's hugely exciting. So for us, it gave us another springboard to go on again. It keeps us in touch with that pack right at the top of the table, and they still have to come here and get a result here. And the way that we are positioned at the moment with the mentality in the camp, I think we're going to be strong as we finish this season out.
Tuesday's cup game was a disappointing 6-0 defeat away to Gornal Athletic, even though you had a young side out. How has the team responded to that result, and what lessons have been learned?
I actually thought it was a brilliant exercise away at Gornal. First class, the development team stepped in. A lot of players made their debut, which is exactly what we want as a club. We want to ease players through. We want to bring them through and give them first team experience. We had such a young team out with only a couple of first team regulars in there. Actually, I thought the performance was outstanding. Playing against a team at that level, at that pace, with that strength, and to put in the performance that they did, I thought it was first class. So no damage, I think it's just all positive. In terms of the team and the spirit of the team, I think the young players should take huge heart from what they achieved on Tuesday night, and I'm looking forward now to keeping them coming through and blooding in the first team, spending more and more time in the first team squad. So from my point of view, no disappointment. It's a really good exercise. It fulfilled exactly what we wanted it to fulfill, and we know we've got some young players with a very, very bright future. So I was actually really pleased leaving the game, given what the guys achieved on the night.
Looking ahead, we have a few crucial league games against Sea Hunters this Saturday and Gorham Athletic next Tuesday, both at home. What's the mood in the camp like, and how is the team preparing for these back-to-back home games?
Yeah, we're in the business end of the season now. We've got games coming thick and fast. Sea Hunters are a team that I really like. They're energetic. I like the system they play. They're very flexible in their movements as a unit, which I like. I really enjoy watching them play. They'll provide a stern challenge for us. Gorham on Tuesday, a slightly different proposition. Very big, very physical, very direct. They've got some really experienced players. So two very different games. We will prepare in different ways. We trained last night very much about pace on the ball, moving quickly, loads of intermobility movements throughout training. The guys are absolutely up for it. They're all ready. The new additions have fitted in brilliantly. The camaraderie, the spirit was first class. As I can only reiterate what I said earlier, we've got a big 13, 14 games coming up, but you know what, we're ready. We've got the right players, we've got the right attitude, we've got a strong mentality, and we've got an amazing spirit, so we're ready to take it on.
How critical do you think these matches will be, especially with the title race heating up and Telford sitting fourth, but with games in hand?
Every game's important at this time of the year. I don't really look too far into the future. At the moment, the focus is on Sea Hunters tomorrow. It does sound like a cliche, but actually one game at a time. It's all we've done all season. We're well in the mix. We've got the games in hand. I'd rather have the points on the board and the games behind us. But where we stand right now, if we had been offered it at the beginning of the season, we certainly would have taken it. And as I say, all of the environment is now in place for us to kick on and have a very strong finish. And I expect us to do exactly that.
Speaking of the title race, with Telford currently fourth, but having 3 games in hand over the top 2 sides, how do you assess your chances? What will be the key to overturning your rivals in the run-ins?
We've got loads of head-to-head games, and they'll play a massive part in this. We've got a lot of head-to-head games against our rivals. We're well positioned. As I say, we've got a strong squad. We keep the mentality right, game after game after game after game. Take it one hurdle at a time. Don't look too far ahead. If we do that and we focus, we're beating Sea Hunters tomorrow, putting in a good performance, and then on to Gorham on Tuesday. Then we look to next Saturday, one at a time, and I think we have every chance. We have as much chance as anybody else in there. I think it will come down to the 2 teams that have kind of led from the front all season, which are the 2 teams now with games in hand, and I think it will come down to us too. So big games ahead. Every game's a challenge now. It's almost cup final time, but super excited to see where it takes us.
How important will the home support be during these final stretches of the season, especially with pivotal matches coming thick and fast?
Huge, absolutely huge. Getting people through the gates to the last home game when we had free entry and a free drink, more people in, we felt the buzz of the crowd. We did feel it's that extra percent, and it does as a player who's played in front of fans. It gives you the extra percent, and marginal gains make a difference. When you're 0-0 with 5 minutes to go and you're on top, to have a crowd behind you cheering you on actually makes a huge difference. So we really need people to come down and support us. It's really important, it'll help us, and I genuinely believe could make the difference. So if you're free on a Saturday or a Tuesday, you see we're at home, come and have a watch, because do you know what? It's really good football and we'd really appreciate it.
Finally, Boz, any message you'd like to share with the Telford Town supporters as we navigate through this crucial phase of the season?
Just get behind them, get behind the team. We're all one unit here. It's a great family club. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to spend time. Please come support us, cheer us on, give us your best, enjoy it. We have a great thing happening here. So come and take a look. And with all that extra support, it might just be enough to vote over the line.
Thank you for your time, Boz. We all look forward to seeing how the team progresses, and we wish you best of luck in the upcoming matches.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it.